Hey guys, what's going on? It's Dan, and I'm back with another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet preview video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the new Grass-type Pokemon, Sprigatito. One of the most reputable leakers in the Pokemon community is Riddler Koo, and this month his community voted on it being Starter Pokemon Month, so he started to let some information drop about various things on the Starter Pokemon. There's actually a poll on his Twitter right now about which one we want more information on. But he did say something this morning that piqued my interest as a VGC player. He said in this tweet that you can see, battle-wise, Grass is the strongest because of its God-hidden ability, but he hasn't seen the move pool. So that got me thinking, what could this hidden ability be on Sprigatito that makes Riddler Koo think that it's going to be the strongest battle-wise? To look at this, I wanted to use a few different sources of information. The first is the history of Sprigatito and starter typings, and the second is the information that's released on the official Scarlet and Violet website regarding Sprigatito. So on the official website, we see that Sprigatito has 4 paws that when it rubs together, a sweet aroma is released that can mesmerize those around it, and it's got a composition similar to plants that lets it create energy when absorbing sunlight. So we're going to keep those in mind as we look at past starter hidden abilities as well. Of note on these past starter hidden abilities, the only ability to actually repeat is Shell Armor on Torterra and Samurott. So Pokemon generally does a good job of not repeating these starter hidden abilities, which is going to be kind of interesting when we're thinking about what the actual hidden ability on Sprigatito could be. A final piece of note about Sprigatito is that based on a past Riddler Koo riddle, the community is about 80% sure, I'd say, that Sprigatito is going to be gaining a secondary type, and that secondary type is going to be Dark. So we're going to be looking at abilities that aren't just in the Grass move pool, but also in the Dark move pool. But if you look at the previous starters as well, you see that a lot of them gained hidden abilities that were new in their generation, so it's entirely possible that Sprigatito has something that we've never seen before. With all that in mind, what hidden abilities could Sprigatito have that would make it the best battle-wise of the new Gen 9 starters? The first one that comes to my mind is Chlorophyll, since it does say on its page that it is able to turn sunlight into energy, and Chlorophyll lets Pokemon that when they're in the sun double their speed. So I thought that was a pretty interesting option. However, it is the same as Venusaur, which is the iconic Gen 1 starter, also has Chlorophyll as a hidden ability. Would they potentially repeat that? Yes, I think they might, but I'm not sure, which makes me not incredibly confident with Chlorophyll. However, looking at the next ones that I have, I'm slightly less confident in them as well. It's a Dark type, so it could get something like Berserk or Moxie, depending on if it's a special or a physical starter. So these Pokemon with these abilities are generally Dark type, except for Drampa also has Berserk. It does give them a boost to their attacking stat, in Berserk's case special attack when it's below half, in Moxie physical attack when it knocks out another Pokemon. If Sprigatito is based more on a Dark, say an Iberian Lion, for example, then these abilities make sense and are very powerful, but I'm not sure if they're enough to just default say that this is going to be the most powerful of the starting Pokemon in battle. The next 2 abilities I'm going to pair together. Again, this is back to the information that's on the official website. Sweet Veil and Aroma Veil both make some degree of sense because of Sprigatito's kneading ability that lets it create the aroma that stops Pokemon from wanting to battle. Sweet Veil and Aroma Veil prevent sleep and taunt-like conditions. But we also have Lechonk, which has Aroma Veil, and I'm not sure if they would have 2 Pokemon with Aroma Veil that early in the game, and the Sweet Veil, I'm just not 100% convinced that it is an ability that's good enough to garner that kind of post. Sprigatito is also a Dark-type cat, similar to Persian A, which makes me think it could have the Fur Coat ability. And Persian A is incredibly bulky on the physical side, thanks entirely to this ability. If Sprigatito has this ability, and say a higher base defense, something in the 90 to 100 range, it could be almost impossible to kill on the physical side, which would make it very great. So I think that this is a reasonable thing to look at as well. And before I unveil the last one that I think it's likely, I want to talk about why I don't have a couple up here. Strongjaw, for example, could have made it up here because it is a cat that could be based on a lion, but I don't think Strongjaw and the boost that it gives is quite enough to make this list. Now, Intimidate would be on this list, but the past Dark-type starter that was also a cat was Incineroar that has Intimidate, and I don't think that they would repeat that quickly. So the last thing I have on this list is Prankster. Prankster's on this list because it's an ability that both Grass and Dark-type Pokemon have that is also incredibly powerful, that I definitely think would push Sprigatito in its final evolution above Quaxly and Fuecoco. So I think that Prankster is the most likely out of these, just based on the dex information we have of Sprigatito and the assumed power of this ability, but let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Is there an obvious ability I missed that you guys think could be Sprigatito's hidden ability? Do you think that Sprigatito is going to end up being the most powerful of the starters for VGC? I want to hear from you. Otherwise, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!